Hey guys, thank you for coming. Um, I know there's other choices out there today, and thank you all for being here for part two, and thank you Don for tagging me in. I'm gonna go to some hellos, um, and then we can chit chat. And Maureen, hot diggity dog, I'm the first one on chat. Thank you for being here, sweetie. And there's Sandy. Hey, sweetie. Thank you for being here. And Chris K, hi, how are you doing, hun? And Denise Lee, I'm sorry I'm going through. I'll tell y'all here in a few. And then there's Rose Rennick. Hi, how are you? Michelle D. And Chance and Cindy. Hey, sweetie. And Mama Winch, Mary Ann. How are you? And I saw you earlier today over in Dawn's. And then there's Tracy Crochet. Hey, sweetie. And Jennifer Rivenberg. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming. And Nana Michelle. Hey, sweetie, how are you? And of course, there's Dawn Aaron and Panda. And Daigo. Hey, Daigo. And then there's Sharon Loves Purple. Hi, thank you for coming. Becca Dunmar. Hello, Michael and everyone in chat. And there's Hook That Yarn Crystal. And if you haven't seen the stuff she makes, the stuff that she has been, the floof is what I call it. The floof she's been making, woo, girl, you got it going on. And then I've been on this channel learning to, thank you, sweetie. Got a lot more coming. A lot more coming. And some planes just got kind of jostled around now. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Hi, Cecilia. And as Panda said, thank everyone for popping in for part two of Triple Threat Thursday. Okay. And there's Ravenna, the happy crochet hooker. Hey, girl. Thank you for coming. And Christy. Hi, Christy. Thank you. And there's IDB. He loved them, by the way. Loved them, loved them, loved the pen. And he, oh my gosh. I don't know how you do it. The everything. And there's Carrie the Yarny Elephant. Hey, sweetie, in the crochet cabin. Oh my goodness. I'm getting some people up in here. Elaine's Crochet. Hey, sweetie, thank you for coming. And Jaxie. Oh my gosh. Thank you. And there's my sweet Sunita. Thank you for being here. And there's Dawn Yarn Doll. Hey, Dawn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just saw another name. And there's Brandon. Hey, Brandon. Where did I just see it? Everything just got moved on me. Okay, I gotta pay attention. I know I saw it. Sandy, you can just instant message me on either my Facebook or Instagram, and I'll get it. I gotta redo my Facebook. I set it up wrong, so I'll get it situated someday. I know I saw it. I saw somebody. Comment wasn't retracted. I don't know where I'm seeing it. Just give me 1 second. Unless my oh, not for Froggy. That's who I was looking for. I saw the name and the chat just jumped up. I don't know what happened. Okay, so no, Panda's my husband. Yes. Jaxie Panda is my husband, and we've been together for 22 years. So there you go. Not for fraud. What? See, this is the reason why I do this channel. This is the reason why. Wow. Okay, so as you notice, my logo is not in the screen anymore. It's been changed. And I had some tutorials all lined up. I had a list. And well, the next two are really already done and loaded and ready to drop whenever I have them scheduled. It's this towel right here, there. And then I've got a washcloth, which is here. And then I was going to do some other stuff. Well, things have changed. Oh, and Miss C, I got your package today. And of course, Miss C, thank you for changing the subject for right now. I got Manny. I love him. Thank you, Grandma. Oh, don't fall. There. I am moving some stuff around because there's a pattern I created for dementia awareness, which starts tomorrow. The month of June is for dementia and Alzheimer's awareness. Found out this morning, and I'm not doing this for sympathy, so please don't take it like that. My mom she has dementia, as I've talked about before, but she may not make it past the weekend. I have contemplated on canceling this live today because of that reason, but I think it's a good distraction for me, and then I'm going to be working on getting my dementia pattern out there faster. And of course, with the dementia awareness, it's purples, and my pattern's going to be named after my mother. It's going to be called Ruby's Forget-Me-Not. And I hope you all like it. I'll be doing the tutorial and making it here in the next week or so, and it's going to involve purples. And these are the purples I'm working with. Oh my goodness. Can't keep my fingers on anything. So I'm going to be working with it, and I've sketched it out, and I know the pattern is going to work, so I need to do it up and get it out there. I thought I had time, but this morning said no. So yeah, we're moving stuff around. Yes, you can, if you can come in. I can send you a link. I don't know. But I want people to donate if they can to Dementia Society of America, or any cause that helps fight that disease. She's only been diagnosed less than a year. Get my headset on.
Well, hello, sweetheart.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
So, got a question.
Yeah.
What's our next collab? Because I already heard you talking, so I had to get up here and say, shh, no telly tell. No, don't tell yet. Don't tell yet. So, you want to tell them and the colorways? I already know you've been slipping it out.
What, you talking about the dementia pattern?
Yes.
The dementia, it's something that I came up with. I want to say when I found out when my mom was diagnosed, it's an Argyle type pattern.
You got
And throughout the pattern with the Argyle diamonds, you know how those are in diamonds, are going to be fading away throughout the pattern. And that signifies the memory leaving. And then at the end, there's just going to be one left,
mhm. And it's going to
signifying
be
that person, that they're
and
still there. They are who they are.
it's going to be
So,
beautiful, Michael. And whatever you do and whatever you create, just know that it is something that we all are going to be behind you supporting, because we all have, I wouldn't say everybody has someone in the family, but you got people here that love you. You know that we will always support you. Whatever you need to help get this up and running, I'm here for you. I understand. I know it's not my personal like family member. I do
mm,
have three people in the family that is four diagnosed with it. And you know what, you guys? Please, if you can, anything you can create, design, show some love, give him some love, because the one thing he needs right now is that love, you guys. And I think it's going to be something beautiful. And if you guys want to participate, please, by all means, because this is going to be something big that Michael is going to be putting out there. And it's going to be a huge fundraiser. It is something that him and I had spoken about, and this is something he's been working on for a long time. Like he said, after he found out his mom was diagnosed. So know that this is going to go to one of the most beautiful things that we can do to show love and support.
yes. And I will, whenever I get it worked up, do the video tutorial, and then I will do the written pattern, and I'll sell it on Etsy, and all proceeds.
Take a breath, sweetheart. It's okay. You know you got us here. And if you need to take a moment to step away. All right, sweetie? Because to see the hurt and the pain in your eyes, it breaks my heart. Because unfortunately, we both got crappy news in the same day. So I'm here for you. I will always be here for you, and you know that whatever you need to get this up and running, I will push everything I have here out of the way, because I know how much it means to you, and I want to see it succeed and get off the ground. And I
Thank you.
know it's going to go far, and all of us here will be there to back you.
But I
So
want
if you need,
all proceeds to go to the Dementia Society of America, because there is no cure. There's only band-aids, and those don't last long. And they use the money for research. So I will create this pattern, put it on Etsy, and every every bit of the proceeds will go straight to them.
so do you want to talk about some of the things that we people who are just learning about dementia, what are things as relatives, as family members can do to help the
Yeah.
person that has been diagnosed? I know from my experience, I want to hear from yours. And that way, that the whole thing of coming together, you're giving information for others to understand what you had done to help and
I
to get
mean,
through this.
if you can recognize it early, please pay attention. If you like I said, if you can recognize it earlier, then there's medications that can help prolong its onset. Get them involved in games, any type of game, word searches, the build a blocks, even Tetris,
Yeah.
and keep their mind active. Sitting with them, talking with them, just keep them their mind active. It helps wonders. Some forms of dementia progress really fast. My mother has vascular dementia, which is very fast progressing. And
Do
but
you want to explain to them what the one that mom has? So that, because a lot of people who don't
mm,
understand dementia, there is so many different versions, and understand that it is part of Alzheimer's. So the one thing you guys got to understand that it's hard. And what were the signs that you've seen, Michael? What were the things that had helped you
Like,
guys start noticing?
what started it was she was, her and my father, they lived together. He was a truck driver at the time, and um, she were always on Wednesdays went out and did her bills. She always had a habit of going to the thrift stores. She just wanted to look. It got her out of the house, and she called from a thrift store that she goes to every Wednesday, crying because she was lost. So I walked her through and how to get back to her house, and then it everything seemed pretty well. We just thought maybe it was a lapse because she was also trying out some new medication. And then about 2 years ago, I went over. I'm a mama's boy. I'm a big mama's boy. And about 2 years ago, I went over to the house. She wouldn't let me in because she didn't recognize me. And I'm like, no, Mama, Michael. Michael's in the Navy. He's in Japan. I was in Japan in 1997. This is 2022. So I knew where her mind was. I had to coax her. We talked through the door for a good 30 minutes, and finally working with her, and I brought her up to, brought her out of it. And it worked. And we talked, and then that's when we got the tablet, put all the free games we could put on it, word searches, puzzle building, Mojang, you name it, was going on there. And she was working them, and it was helping. And then we got the doctors involved and finally got her diagnosed. But she had an issue that we could never fix. We didn't know what was going on, and there was an incontinence issue. They didn't understand. Well, they finally did a blood test, and it was a simple UTI. Simple UTI progressed it faster because of the bacteria. Just progressed it faster. It amplifies the symptoms. It just makes it move faster.
So you guys, thank you, Sunita. So you guys, if you read some of the things that Sunita had put on there, these are things to look for. These are things for you to really pay attention to. I know from my experience, one, my mother-in-law, my two aunts, and my grandmother all have it. And it is hard. And it's one of those things that you will literally think like, man, senile. Like you would think like, oh, grumpy old person, stuff like that. But no, sometimes you mistaken some of the behavioral as just they're getting older.
Exactly. She's 70. She'll be 74 this year.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking, okay, and she busted her butt working all her life. And so I'm thinking, okay, maybe, she's getting, all that's catching up to her. Yeah. With the instability. That's what you think.
And unfortunately, you guys, when we think that, we're missing key signs. And I know that taking care of my mother-in-law with my husband for 15 years, it wasn't easy because we didn't know the signs. She had a major stroke that paralyzed her, so we thought it had to do with her stroke. It wasn't. That added part into it, but it was actually dementia that was coming on. And so, like Michael was saying, doing these things, playing these games, interacting, showing pictures, replaying things, even bringing up old memories to help them have recollection onto different things always help. I know from my experience, my mother-in-law would take one picture thinking my oldest son is actually my husband. And she would get confused because we have our pictures on the phone for her to dial, press a number to know who it is that she's calling. Well, she would always call her grandson thinking that it is her son, which is my husband. So we had to start making our face very well known, keeping our names current with her, keep just emphasizing who we are. Like, I went to go see her just by having a mask on. She didn't even recognize me. She didn't even know who I was. I was a stranger. As soon as I took it off and I said, "Ma, it's me, Dawn," she got closer, she touched, and she realized, "Oh, hi." So the more time, and there is some that, yes, it'll be a slow progression, but then there's others that actually go full force. And there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do. You can do all the game playing. You
Yeah.
can do all the medications.
Just like my
Un-
dad was saying, like 5 days ago, she was up walking around doing things, and now the only thing they can do is keep her comfortable with morphine, and her throat's closed off, everything. So she's already seen grandma and grandpa who passed away years ago, decades ago. So it's going to happen anytime. So that's why if I receive a phone call, I'm going to have to go. A certain
and you,
phone call anyway,
yeah,
and
and
not
if
spam.
you guys, if he's not tomorrow, because I know you guys know that I have it set where we're on his channel with everything that's going on both of our personal lives right now. Probably will affect tomorrow. Michael has a lot going on. I have a lot going on, not just with family, but things with my dad and with myself. So if we're not on tomorrow, sorry, but like we always preach to you all, family first. And right now for Michael, it's his health, it's his family, it's his mom, and just please have some understanding. But the best thing you guys can do is shout him out, have everybody come back, watch his replays, because if he does have to take some time, understand that he's going to take time. And if it comes down to it, I will definitely, to give him his watch hours, his time, I will jump on and be his panel and do what I got to do to help him show light. If I have to do my whole live die on his channel, we're going to do it. And he knows that I don't care about I'm more concerned about Michael getting his thing. But if you guys can, please, I hope you all can be a part of this that he's trying to do in memory of his own mom. He wants everybody to understand, and slowly information, because I know there isn't a lot on dementia, because it is one of those
Exactly.
conditions that is still, they're trying to understand. Just it's sad, because my grandfather passed away from Alzheimer's, and it was hard. He went from knowing who we were, reverted right back to speaking his native tongue, which is Portuguese, to just nothing. So to
Yeah,
see that deterioration from a strong man that was military to in vegetated state was hard.
it is.
So there's not enough information, and the more we can do to research and to fundraise and to get that in there for them to further research what's causing it, why it's causing it, how we can slow it down, or even how we can cure it. Anything and every little bit of help that we do on our part is going to go a long way.
Oh yes.
Sorry, I've
But
kind of
no,
bombshelled
no,
your,
you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
I was
Um, sorry, my there,
pads.
the strap off, the Velcro came off.
Oh, strap on, strap off.
But no, I've got plenty of tutorials lined up. They're already edited and whatnot, or the stitch tutorial, so I don't have to worry about those till September 2nd. I've got two item makes, which is one comes out tomorrow, and then the following Friday, which I'm hoping I can. I know I'm gonna pour myself into this. That's how I deal with stuff like that, and get this pattern so that way it comes out the following Friday, not this coming Friday, not the next Friday, but the Friday after,
About 2, 3 weeks from now.
give or take. Yeah. So then maybe a week gap that there's nothing, but you know why. And then I want to get that out there, and that'll be just my way of dealing with
With
how I
everything.
deal with it.
Yeah.
So
So I wanted to come up here. I was watching, and you know that I've got a lot of love for you, and I just want to make sure you're all right.
I'm good. I
Okay.
just wanted to get that out there because I know there may be a chance that I may not. There may be like a week gap that something's not going to come out, and
Okay.
I just didn't want people to be worried, or if I'm like not showing up in lives. I try to show up. I lurk in a lot of lives, but I'm usually doing a lot of filming. But I lurk a lot in lives, so I'm always there. I
Yeah.
just don't chat a lot because I'm working on a lot.
So
But
you guys, let's do the watch list warriors, like Jaxie was saying. Playlist warriors unity. I'm having such a bad day. Unity. And you guys, let's unite together, because I mean, if he does drop out for a week, I might be away for a while as well. And you guys, just so you guys know, please continue to watch his watch list, his playlist. Keep it going. And you know, this is a time for all of us to just come together. And Michael, you got all your supporters behind you. You know that every
yeah.
time you drop something, everybody's getting on it and we're stitching it up. We're following along. So we're going to
Yeah.
keep following you. So regardless of whether you're gone for a day or not, hey, you're here. I didn't mean to bombshell.
You're fine, sweetie. You're fine.
I just, like I said, I need to make sure that you're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need me, I don't want to take over your whole
No,
life. I just had mine.
you're
You know,
fine.
I did my hey team, we're ready to rumble. So I just wanted to make sure I kind of get everybody a little amped and trying to brighten your mood. So just know that we're here. Anything you know on my part, you know my phone is on. I will definitely answer. Um,
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna go pick up family.
All right. Well, have fun with that.
Yeah, gonna have lots of fun. But you know, I'm going to be lurking, listening, and you know what? I think, and you guys see Panda, he is putting up all kinds of stuff for research on dementia and everything. And you guys, if you can, hit those links, understand dementia, because it is something that is really hard to deal with. And being the family members that can't do anything to help your loved ones is the hardest thing ever. And you can only imagine what he's going through now. So the ones that have been through it, yeah. So Michael, whatever you need from me, you know, you got. If you want me to come up with colorways to go with it, if you want me to do those monster balls or super balls or whatever everybody wants to call them, I don't even know. Everybody wants to call them all kinds of stuff, and all I keep playing is like, ball. Not sure. So you guys will definitely, if you need anything, if you want me to create anything to toss in and be a part of it, you got it. I'm there for you. So I got those coming in soon, the big ones. So if you want
Oh
those
wow,
big
yeah.
power balls,
I've
they're
got
coming
enough
your way.
purples. I wanted to do it in purple, so I got enough purples. I got all different kinds of purples.
All right.
So
And
that's only
hey,
three of the purples.
so you're going to do a blanket. So other question, would you do something like maybe a wearable?
Well, in this pattern, I'm just gonna do because that way I can keep it under a certain time limit and make it real beginner friendly. Still, it's gonna be on a pillow.
See, look.
But
As soon as you said purple, look what we're getting. The purple people eater.
the actual pattern itself, I'll put out so that way people can do it and they can from the video tutorial they can expand it any way they want. The written pattern will be pretty much the same way. You'll be able to expand it however length you want, but this is how you're going to do the Argyle for Tunisian.
Oh, that is awesome. Look, you got everybody putting purple hearts in for you. And you know that they'll continue to put purple, purple, purple. So you're going to get it. You guys keep blowing up that chat with purple hearts, because he definitely needs those purple hearts and all the love. But yeah, and you know what? It is awesome to see so much love for you and support. And like I told you, yeah, Panda, you are absolutely amazing to be the biggest supporter around for your hubby. And I'm glad to see that. Lots of hugs. Look at this. They are blowing you up. Hi, Rose. So you look, you got your love. You've definitely got your love. But I just want to pop up, say how much I love you, just give a little bit more inspiration, and I'm here if you need me. But
Thank you.
I'm just a call away. You need me, I'll pick up. All right, regardless of whether I'm with family or not. You know me. So, but anyways, have a good one. I apologize. I bombshelled. I was just worried. I wanted to make sure you're okay. So I love you, and I
Thank you.
love you all out there. And you're gonna keep getting blown up with hearts. See, I said blow you up with hearts, and they're giving it to you. So you guys keep giving them those hearts in the chat and show that love. And get ready because you got people who are going to back you up in this fundraiser. So have a
Thank you
good one,
guys.
and I'll reach out to you once you're done. All right.
Okay.
Hugs, Panda. Hugs. And I love you all. And Michael, stay strong. I'm here. I've been there. Still going through it. And you need me. Doesn't matter what time. Pick up the phone. All right, sweetheart.
All right,
So you
thank you.
guys have a good one. Enjoy your night, and I will see you all. Keep blowing them up with those purple hearts. Yes. Bye, everyone.
Talk to you in a bit. But with that being said, now we got the sappy stuff out. I didn't want to do it, but I wanted to explain that there could be a possible gap of me being on live or something. I do have a list. I don't know where I put that list. Oh, it's on my computer. Of item makes. And of course, you know, like I said before, I want to do fluffy stuff first before I start putting out the bigger stuff. And the bigger stuff's going to come. And the first big thing I'm going to be doing is the Bag a Day duster that she put out last week. So I'm going to be converting that into Tunisian and going from there. And then there's a few other things, but there's going to be, it's not also going to be just item make. I'm going to also give tips and tricks. You know, people have been liking my little tips that I give in my videos, so I'm just going to put them all out there in their own little video form and everything else. And thank you all for the love and support. It really means a lot. And this community is awesome. That's all I gotta say. I wish if I went to start clicking on stuff, what y'all are saying, whew, probably won't be able to read it because my eyes are watered. But there's a lot, like I said, placed or coming up. I'm going to be working on this dementia pattern, which I am calling Ruby's Forget Me Not. And going from there. So, plus I'm going to be working up some new stitches that were lost. I've been saying that, but I'm going to be working out. I'm going to try to keep my mind busy. So I'm going to be working on those probably tonight so I can figure their wording out, work on those, and go ahead and record and then add those into the current layout. I got to push stuff back on my stitch tutorials, and that way they can get out sooner. But there's a lot that I have planned for. I have a spreadsheet. I'm a spreadsheet person. I have a huge spreadsheet, like one that has nothing but all the stitches that I want to teach, and that is sitting at 317. That's total stitches. Now I've already put out, how many have I already put out? Go to content. Sorry, I'm just checking. 25. So you can subtract 25 from that 317. And that'll tell you how many more stitches I got to go. So that's a lot. Missy. My granddaughter took my stitch tutorial swatches. So there's a lot more to come, and I am getting close to finding a lot more stitches. So, and there's also stitch things that I'm not considering stitches, but that maybe that people are, like all the different borders you can do. There's different borders that are technically their own stitch, but I don't consider it a stitch in SX. I know people do, but I'm not considering it a stitch. I'm going to consider it a border, and that's also one of the things I'm going to be doing on my Fridays. My Fridays isn't just going to be item makes. It's also, like I said, it's going to be tips and tricks. It's going to be how to bling your project out, because there's several ways you can do that in Tunisian. There's of course, item makes, household item makes. People don't realize. I think Tunisian makes better washcloths. I mean, look at this. This is a dishcloth. That thing is, in my opinion, a lot sturdier. That thing is a lot sturdier than the crocheted one. Thank you, Tank. Um, and thank you for being here, Nessa. And I saw that shirt you were testing. It's awesome. And of course, there's going to be my own cardigan stuff that I want to make. I'm still going to be making. I have the market bag, Tunisian market bag, that I'm making the pattern on. A Tunisian. I don't know if you want to call it a picnic basket, but it's Tunisian basket weave. But the way I'm going to be making it, it's going to look like a picnic basket. Plus, I got that stuff to put into it to insulate it. So it's going to be a picnic basket. Uh-oh. Everybody just fell. I'll get them later. I rarely used them anyway. Um, so there is plans for a lot. I want to show how to do. A lot of people don't know how to do mitered squares in Tunisian. So mitered squares are easy, and I want to show that. There's a lot. There's just a lot coming on, and then the collaboration with Dawn. I really think all the Dawn and Spring. I really think I'm probably going to end up, and this is just the way I deal with stuff, is I'll pour myself into it. And so you may see a gap of a week or so, but I'll be pouring myself into it, and that's just how I deal with it. That's how I process. Everybody processes things differently. That's just how I process grief. So, we'll get that. Just so you know, if you see me, that's what it is. I'm pouring myself into it. That's just how I deal with it. So I'm gonna be busting my rear end off. Um, but remember, as soon as I end this live tonight, we'll be heading over to Springs. Also, I don't know what I did. Give me a second. I meant to say that earlier, but things changed. I gotta find out what I did with it. Give me a second, sorry. Come on. Oh, okay. If you want your link drop, type TSS. And if you know Tunisian, you should know what that means. But it's the letter T, the letter S, and the letter S. No, Nessa. She's not expected to make it past the weekend. Crystal. Yes, that's exactly what it is. I'm going to be changing it every week, just because. I don't know. There's not much Star Trek stuff I could change it to without getting longer and longer and longer and becoming, the USS Enterprise. Who's going to take that out? you know. But there is, like I said, there is a lot in the plans. Also, let me check something real quick. I should have done this all earlier, but processing. I'm almost to the goal milestone I set out for. For me, it wasn't. I know some people it is subscribers. For me, I never thought I'd get this many. For me, my milestone was watch hours. Just because I never thought that I would get this many subscribers. Not only that, I never thought people would actually watch my stuff since there's other bigger people out there who do it. And we're close to that milestone, and I will be announced. We'll be doing something for that. And again, thank you all in the chat. Thank you so much. The Crochet Cab and Nessa, everybody. I just want to thank you all. Whew. Tracy, my husband name is Kirk for real. His CB handle is Captain Kirk. Thank you, VJ. But I'm gonna put that pattern out. I'm gonna start working on it tonight. I really don't feel that I'm gonna be up to doing a live tomorrow. So I thought this would kind of help me today, keep my mind as busy as I can. But I don't think tomorrow, since those are long lives, that I'm gonna be up for it, because as soon as my dad calls, I gotta go. So, and I don't want to leave in the middle of a live because of that. So it's just rather not have a live. I didn't want this live to turn into something sappy, and I wasn't saying what I said to get sympathy or anything. I just wanted to let you all know what's going on. So if you see an absence, that's the reason. Because otherwise, you know how the rumor mill works in the YouTube streets. So I just wanted to get that out there. But again, thank you all for your kind comments. And yes, Nessa, if I do, I know. I'm trying to get back up because the chat just keeps going and going. And I saw a new name. Barbara Ricklebaker, hi, sweetie. Thank you for coming over. And Mary King, thank you. Mary King, she has been on top of every video. I think every video of mine has a comment of her. And that's awesome. And Nisi, thank you for being here, sweetie. But if there's anything y'all want to know, please just put it in chat. And we can talk. I had this whole thing all planned out yesterday, what I wanted to talk about. But that all changed this morning. Thank you, VJ. Michael, we are all family. We're here for you. If you want to go live, go live. If you have to leave, leave. If you don't want to go live, so be it. It's about you, not us. Whatever you need. Thank you so much. I'm probably I'll go live next week, but this probably tomorrow. I'm definitely not. There's yeah. I just don't want people. You know how the rumor mill is on YouTube. So they don't see you for a while. They always think the worst. And so but the tutorials that I have coming out, the next two, of course, they're done in cotton. They're simple. They are easy to follow. The one coming out tomorrow is that towel, and it actually have it draped over Rufus's head, but it's actually simple. It's the smock stitch. Oops, wrong way. The smock stitch border and simple stitch. Just gives you the measurements, and it's very beginner friendly. This is one of the items I made with the AliExpress hooks that I did a review on, And then the other item was working this dishcloth up with that. Oh my gosh, I don't know how people work with that scrubby yarn, much less this concretes and sandpaper. Yeah, yeah. Orange and blue are our favorite colors. That's always what they were. I, we don't watch sports. And that's awesome, Mary. I saw that. Awesome, you got them. Yes, I not for not frogging exactly. I know. When I was over there today, yeah. Woo. There is a ear warmer going to be coming up. Another one, I know, but it's one that it's going to be my own pattern that I actually created. The two that are out there, those have been out there for decades, or not decades, but years. Other creators have done them too, and so I just wanted to put my little twist on them and make them simpler to understand and go with. But the one that I have in my head, it's going to involve some braiding, which is not difficult in Tunisian, but it adds, I think, a really awesome effect to what I have in my head. it's, I saw VJ's comment. I grew up on Red Heart Super Saver too, but I remember when Red Heart Super Saver wasn't as rough as it is now. Now it feels like it's going to cut your skin. And Sugars and Cream used to be softer. I don't know what they're putting in their yarn now or what they're treating it with. It is woo. That stuff's rough. And then Crystal, I love the feeling of concrete yarn on my hands. And Cecilia got a mystery bag from Mary Maxim and had 4 balls of the Red Heart scrubby yarn. She doesn't use it. Well, all I have left of it is this is what's left of 1 ball. So I've got to make some more for the house because I don't want that stuff here. But the once I get done with the what is that thing? The dementia pattern, then I want to do a couple more fluff videos because that fluff, I call it fluff, but the cushion videos is going to give me time to work up the duster, Bod's duster, because that's going to take 2, maybe 3 weeks to do in Tunisian, depending on my stitch that I use. But the because Tunisian, even to do a basic throw in Tunisian, it without any color changes, it's going to take you roughly maybe 2 weeks. If you're adding color changes, then you're looking at maybe 3. But if you're doing a big blanket like I did for the Bag a Day auction, that's going to take you. That took me 6 weeks, and that's working on it 12-hour days. So you can kind of see how slow Tunisian is. But with that'll get all this fluff. What I'm trying to say is all this cushion, and it's gonna be easy, small stuff. For all that cushion though, all those items are gonna give me the cushion that will allow me to do these longer videos. And I don't know how much it'll bog down my video processor. I have a beefy computer, but because your video editors can get bogged down and bog your computer down regardless of how beefy it is. I just don't know if I'm going to film it all and release it all in one video. I would love to. I'm going to be shooting for that, but I don't know how well it's going to deal with my video editor for long videos like that. So if I have to, it may be released in two videos, but they'll be released at the same time, part 1 and part 2. So, and hi Gabby and hi Kylie, sorry. And there's going to be other things too now that I've been given permission to do from that person. But there's also, like I said, there's going to be tips and tricks, decrease, increase, working on the bias, miter squares, easy things that you can get your use out of right then and there. Even a laptop cover or iPad cover, just easy, quick things. That way I can get that cushion, and then I can do those longer videos. Because even doing a regular cardigan that I have planned, that's going to take a couple weeks at easy. Shawls, a week or two. So I need that cushion to be able to give me more cushion. If that makes sense to that makes any sense. And still trying to do my lives while I'm working on that stuff. And then there's like all these TV shows inspire me with other patterns. There's cloaks, there's these other things that these TV shows have inspired me to make patterns of. And I've got the patterns in my grid book, sketched out everything. I know they're going to work. And now I want to convert those to actual items. And that's going to take a little bit of time too, because you know the process of coming from here to then getting it to your hand. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Well, thank you, Grandma. See, thank you so much. And yes, as Panda said, thank you all for your own experiences and putting it out there, letting everybody else know we're not alone. Everybody suffers from it in one way or another. The family suffers. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, and one thing I do plan on doing, I can't let that out yet. Oops. So y'all have to wait for that secret. But I am close to my goal. So be on the lookout. You got to be in the live to know when I hit that goal. That's all I got to say. But that's not the secret. I'm going to have to cut this short, though. And I appreciate you all being here. Love you all. And thank you all. I know, I messed up. I wasn't, yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. But when you get excited, you just like to say things, and then you catch yourself, So be on the lookout for when I hit that goal. And I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for sharing your experiences. Just thank you all. But please have a good night. I've got to end this early for myself. Remember, spring starts here in a few minutes. Please show her some love. And I love you all. You all have a good night.